Xin quan trọng có tay một lớn bạn của sự chào đón các diễn giả ngày hôm nay.
Vậy ok chưa anh? Rồi giờ không giờ giữ không cái là đẹp. Được chưa? Đó quay lại số 10 luôn rồi đó. Rồi ok. Chị con kim cho chị chưa?
So, hello everyone, and thank you all the panelists for coming to discuss strategy as the blueprint for evolution. To introduce the topic, I actually want to thank all of you. What the preliminary discussions we've had about strategy has taught me is that strategy is a common language we all share. We all come from different industries, and we have a different version of strategy, but we can all talk about the journey of finding opportunity, of solving problems, and using strategy as the direction that we'll have that will take us to either capitalizing on the opportunity or solving the problem. So I come from the communications industry. We use things like communication strategy. You're all from different industries. Could you kindly introduce yourself, your industry, and the strategy that you're employing at this point in time? We'll just go down the line for now. If we can just introduce ourselves.
So let me go first. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I hope that you are still awake at 4 p.m. So my name is 𝗕𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, everyone call me LP for short. I'm leading brand and proposition marketing at AA Vietnam. So we are life insurance industry, and we would love to share more about the strategy for payers partner at AA.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I also hope that you are awake and are not hungry up to now, right? And a brief introduction about myself. My name is Kat, and I'm CEO of Vietguys. So you already received an SMS like from MMA for the event that is sent by us. And also the vlog check-in of the event today is also designed by us. So we are in the mobile marketing industry for 17 years, focusing on telecommunication messaging. And now we've evolved into something like marketing technology industry as well. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for joining our session today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me today, FERAREN and MMA. Let me introduce myself. My name is LINH, and I'm from 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. We are currently we are the sole distributor of health and beauty product. And one of our very popular brands is 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀. And for those of you who doesn't know 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀, it is a food supplement brand from Japan, and it has been established in Japan for nearly 50 years. And we entered the Vietnamese market for almost 6 years until now. And our purpose is to serve and to be the expert in health and taking care of you.
Hello everyone, so my name is Sean. I'm co-founder of 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. We are generative AI. So you can see the QR art, one piece of the booth This is one of our products actually. So what we specialize on is generative API for marketing through the no-code one-click marketing platform. So it means in one click you have a full feature blog post and post, or you have an interview 2 hours, but you would like to turn that into a blog post, one click. You want to turn it to the music video, one click. So that's what we do.
So if I can just ask Sean, so you've already talked about 2 aspects of your strategy. So the first is that you wanted to serve marketing in the marketing industry, and you also wanted to adapt a one-click solution. Can you kind of give us a sneak peek of behind the scenes? How did you achieve the strategy? Where did you discover that this was an opportunity that you could come in?
Sure. So we start in North America with Europe. We have like 300,000 creators for our QR code art solution because we are number one doing this one. And then surprisingly that our customers are marketers from in-house agency or marketing. So we do a 50 one-on-one interview with them to learn who they are. Actually, you need to know the customer. And then we discover that, okay, so their profile is somewhat in marketing, and we can have some more use case that we can provide to them, like they struggle with like content generation at scale, or maybe the user behavior changing. People now watching TikTok more than reading blog posts, and I have a bunch of blog posts what I can do. So they say, okay, maybe you can turn your blog post into video so that you don't have to do. So that is one of the use case and how I come up with new strategy.
No, I think it's very interesting because it's a very tech product. But to get to your strategy, you still relied on a very human solution of talking to 50 people one-on-one. But I'd be very interested. So you do always on primarily online direct-to-consumer strategy. What helped you decide to employ that strategy?
Yes, we are employing the D2C and online presence strategy right now for 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗋. To be honest, like when we entered the market like 6 years ago, we are still a very young and new brand in Vietnam. It was not well known compared to the present. And at that time, there are so many big brands from both local and international brands that have successful story before. And the strategy they adopted was traditional kind of working. They invested quite a lot for pharmacy, OTC, or sales agents. So if we enter the market with the same strategy, it will take us a lot of time to win the market. So we have to decide another way of working, and we choose to target the young customers. And by targeting the young customer, we believe that only by digital ad and being online, being viral is the only way to target them rapidly. And also, it is also cost efficient for us as well to do that. We don't have to invest on the physical store, or we don't have to build a lot of human resources to open the store nationwide. What we have to do is just focusing on being online, build brand image, build brand trust, and then let the customer spread the brand name.
And then I just want to take us to like finance and insurance now. So I think you set a very, very clear strategy, right? You moved from being payer to partner, correct? Could you just walk us through how did you come to that kind of thought that you're now moving AIA?
So it's different from the direct consumer goods. That means you can touch, you can feel, you can taste the product. Life insurance products is the one that you can buy but you don't want to use. So for life insurance, we want to stay away the typical things that when you die you pay. So we want to accompany with the consumer during the different life stages. For example, you get married, you have children, you get old, you get a job, and then you get sick, you got treatment and recovery. So it's different life stage among the journey of one consumer. So the role of AA, we have a strong brand purpose to have the consumer to live healthier, longer, better lives. So we have a good mix between the life and health insurance. And we're proud to present the AA Vitality Program, which I will be share further later to demonstrate the payer to partner role. Yeah.
And for you at Vietguys, what informed your strategy and the evolution? So I remember when we first spoke, you talked about how the business has changed so much over just a short period of time. What has been informing the strategy that has led to the changes in your industry?
Yes, actually, like when I was having a chance to work with the brands, so we know that the brands, heavily invested in across the channel to deliver marketing strategies like Facebook, Google, and they respond with that kind of message. And we're not sure about the performance as well. So I have my question, like the brands has a lot of data, like the first party data, but they never know exactly where the data is from, how to actually identify the data, the first party data. So that's why, and actually the offline first party data, especially for some retailers, you got a lot of outlets, but you don't know actually capture the first party data of your traffic. And this is a waste. So that's why when we come up with that idea, we're trying to make it something called the master channel. And we drive all the traffic to the master channel and then take care of them later on. Like for example, we have just finished out the campaign for Highland Coffee. like just 2 weeks ago, and during only 41 days, we actually had Highlands to identify and collect like more than 325,000 data, the first party data, their own. This is not from other kind of outside of media sources, but on the store only. And this is like we successfully deliver more than 1 million vouchers with like 25% redemption rate, which is like a highly impressive number at that time, because you know Highland they show that they have like 10 million customers. Only in the database, I was just only 1 million identifying customers. And they said that whenever the customer come, I ask them, okay, can you share the number so I can accumulate your loyalty points for your next purchase, you will get a better discount. And the customer is unlikely to do so, because it's not like an uncommon customer behavior. So we had to get something new, like new practice from creative to performance to get them actually engaged. So when you get the first party data, it's very easy for the brand to communicate one-on-one with the brand, with the customers later on.
So it's a nice picture, right? So you all saw something, you all had a data source, it was interviews, or it was this big gap for your client that you could now build a strategy around. And you've all built strategies for your different organizations. But we know that if we just have strategies written on a page, they don't do anything unless they get activated. So now that you've shared your strategies, can you kind of talk about how this strategy got activated? What did it turn into? Did it turn into a culture, product? If we could start with you, so you have this wonderful strategy of becoming this partner for health. And while it sounds really, really nice, can that actually translate into something that you can activate?
Because now is a real show time to share with everyone about AA Vitality. So basically, it's a science-backed health program. It's offering the integration between life and health insurance and a wellness program. It will motivate you to do the healthy lifestyle choice, like a regular checkup, regular exercise, a good diet to improve your health. So AA Vitality from the moment it was launched, it encouraged people to take choices to enjoy a better life. Because I'm for sure 100%, whereas everyone here, what's the brightest value to your life? You need help to do your professionalism, to take care of your family members. So from the role of payer to partner like AA Vietnam, we have AA Vitality to be integrated with a life insurance product. And if you choose a better lifestyle choices, you will get rewarded. And it's a shared value approach that we have healthier customers, fewer claims, and a healthy society. So that's where the role of Vitality comes to life, and support for the prediction, prevention, illness. Because post-pandemic, people realize that illness can happen everywhere, to anyone, at any time. And without health, you cannot function. You cannot do your job, take care of your family members. So we are proud that AA Vitality is the strong proof point for us to deliver the message from payer to partners. Yeah.
I really like the thought of shared value, because that really puts you in a position of partner, where both of you are growing from the relationship with each other. And if we go to so we have insurance, if we go to the industry of beauty and your decision to have a very online strategy, how did that manifest into things, into products, or into an approach for your organization?
Okay. When we choose to be online, it really benefits the business, because when you go online, there are so many people joining the event today also have the online business, and they can see that all the data and all the customer behavior, you can see it online with almost immediately. It's a real-time data that really help you to run the business. So when we have an online business, I can see immediately the trend of our product. I can even see the ranking of our product currently to see if it is the #1 right now in the industry or it's dropping out the list. And when we see some signs of decline, I can also immediately implement some tactics to set the sale number. For example, we can run the voucher, we can increase the live streaming time. And for that, I think it is a very fast-paced environment for any business like us. And because we go online, we have a set number of KPI, a different KPI for our team member to follow up with. Normally, we will take a look at the numbers regarding customer behaviors, such as the time they go online, the number of traffic, the source of traffic, or at what point of time they decided to buy the product to create the conversion rate. And all set of things will turn into a strategic plan for our brand to see. For example, at this moment, we aim to increase the time they spend on live streaming. So if it is our target, we have to implement a lot of action following up. For example, changing the background, changing the way of selling the product, or create a different transcript to sell the product to the customer. So let's just say that online thing makes us create a very fast-paced plan for the business.
I think the interesting thing, aside from making it very fast-paced, is I think you're also talking about the need for strategy to be more flexible now than it used to be. That you can get all the data you want right away that will inform you that, oh, maybe I have to change it a little, maybe I have to change it a lot, or that you're doing the right, or that you're sticking to the right path.
We have to set the plan from the beginning. We stick with that, and we also have to create a lot of scenario as well.
Yep.
Like if it's dropping, then we have to change it, and if it doesn't meet the target, then we have to change to another scenario. So we have to create a set of backup plans for the whole business. And yeah, it's true that we have to be very flexible in terms of running the business.
And Sean, how about you? How did everything manifest into solutions, into direction coming from your strategy?
Yeah, so I think my taste is different from everyone here because I'm kind of like tech company that we build products and software product actually. So based on the conversation, and we see that there is a use case that we can cover for our existing customer. So we decide that okay, maybe we can pivot a little bit from QR code only into kind of like a platform to power up those. So those insight and strategies we convert into the product decision where we investing in our R&D tech resource and AI resource to develop a new model that can capability of doing blog post, image, video generation at scale. So that is the 101. And number 2 is about the KPI as well. This is also changing our measurement of success. So before we are measuring by monthly active user, but later on we are more like outcome driven. What are the customer getting out of this, and how they are successful on their side, and how can we optimize and help them with those. So I believe that the insight from the strategy standpoint will translate into the product direction as well as the KPI setting in our case.
I think that's a beautiful line that you drew from strategy to execution to KPIs and determining success. And what I do agree, your industry is very different. It is still very, what I like is that, and this is why like strategy is so interesting, because you're sharing the same thought as well, that it needs to be flexible now. You have feedback and you can adjust to it. There is maybe long-term strategy that you stick to, but in terms of implementation strategy or more tactical strategy, you have the flexibility now that we didn't have maybe like 10 or 15 years ago. You started talking about main channel and how it led to a solution for Highlands. If you can give us a little bit more detail, because that's really a good expression of the strategy that you have employed for Vietguys. If you could give us more detail about main channel, we'd love to hear.
Yes, actually, that we first started as a messaging channel, SMS, and at that time we, after COVID, we received a lot of feedbacks from a lot of brands like, okay, so I sent over a lot of SMS, even like a billion. This was normal for SMS copying, but now, and they cannot like measure the performance. And another thing is that I want to say that I cannot just use my own data anyway. I want to expand the database, but actually I want to reach to my customers. So I, not only the retailers, but my company also solve the problems for 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 company. You know, 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀, like the XC of LINH, is like they are a product company and they don't have a retailer chain. So I have those companies like this to identify their customers at those retail chains and even other telcos as well, because they have the right and the chance to know who the customer is to take care of to the right channel. So we think of a lot of like use cases to have the customer actively engaged in that. We cannot just ask like, can you show me your data? No, we can do that. And survey or like a check-in flow that you have just experienced is one of the flow that we try to have the brand. So for some of the brands like Pfizer or Sanofi, they use our user flow in order to identify their HCP, I mean healthcare patients, and then taking care of them later on. So that is like what we're trying to do. We want to create like a master channel so we can like optimize the cost on other platforms like Facebook or Google's. And another channel that I have a chance to share with Lynn and you when we are in the break room is that we can also leverage the big data of the telcos, which is very important. Because the telcos, they have the chance to like oversee all of the behaviors of us. Whenever which kind of website that we click on, to how much time that we spend on social media, and where is our location, like real-time location, they are able to identify that. So of course we cooperate with the telcos in order to give out and target to the right audience of the brand, to have brand to expand to the right database. And when you have good ingredients, all of the MarTech tools like CDP or CRM are in a good place. Because if you put in the false ingredients, it's very easy to take care of the wrong customers, and then your results cannot be explained.
I'll just ask a follow-up. So you're already entering results. So Sean and Lynn already introduced the thought of KPIs and the numbers that they're measuring. So considering that you have so much data that you're getting from your partner, from your app, from your solutions, how do you decide, and what have you decided to be the true measurements of success and the KPIs for your strategy?
I think the true measurement might be in the form of like how many people, I mean the first party data of the brand, actually follow and subscribe to the brand with the consent, and how many of them actually turn into the
1,000 members, Vitality members, with the monthly engagement 45%.
So I understand the first number, right? That one is it. But when you say monthly engagement as a KPI, what do you mean by that, and why is it important to your strategy?
Okay, so this is where the role of partner will speak for itself. Based on the data, we can tell that how many users we engage with the program. We have different pillars like 𝗕𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, improve your health and get reward. 𝗕𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 means we all know that we need to do the annual checkup as soon as possible. You can detect early illness that you may facing off and have a good treatment when in early stage. And different people, we have different health status. So to improve your health, this means you don't need to join a marathon. You don't need to do the hardcore like gymmer. You have different ways to stay active. Just get movement like 7,500 steps per day, or above 10,000 per day. Walking is just a way, or cycling for 30 minutes, or just everything that can capture your heart rate, step or distance. That prove that you have moving. So we capture all those data. And then the reward side, people enjoy all the reward partner that we put into our ecosystem. And based on the behavior, we can detect that we kind of healthy lifestyle partner that they choose. And also sleep tracking on good data too, because besides exercise, have good sleep will give you the best functionality.
Super. It's my focus. Getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Super my focus.
So AI Vitality Program is an ecosystem that can help us capture all the behavior for the user. And at the end of the day, when we have healthy customer, the role of life insurance that we sell a product but don't want the customer to use, and we want to have a healthy society. So we would love to have you guys explore further on the internet, AI Vitality, and take care of your health. So that's the away message from me. Yeah.
Lynn, you already started talking about KPIs. I think what I'm curious about is, because you are a direct-to-consumer because that's the strategy you're employing. You will actually get KPIs from different online platforms. I'm quite curious how you accumulate and put that data together so that you have KPIs for your own organization. Do you do it by channel? Do you aggregate everything? Or do you monitor something else for your organization?
We do have many sales channels, both online and offline. We do have official store, Shopee, TikTok Shop, and then we have partnered with Guardian, Watson, and so on. And data is everywhere. So I think that not only us, but any other businesses, they all have one ERP system to gather all the data into one place. And then we have a team of developers who will clean up the data and then make it into a beautiful and easy to understand dashboard first. And based on that data, we develop into different sets of reports as well to serve for different functions of the business, such as for sale, for product predictions, predict the trend as well. So I think that not only us, but other FMCG and retail brands need to have one system to gather all the data pool into one system.
Yeah, I think that's one of the trickiest parts of strategy. Like in 15 years, we went from not having enough data to just having too much data that we don't know what to do with it anymore. I kind of like how you said it, right? So we've seen how you go from inspiration from your 50 consumers, from your 50 clients or 50 potential clients into an encapsulation of strategy. Finally, you activate, and then you start to count how you activate it just to check that the strategy is working. When you start looking towards the future for your industry, so this is what you're doing now, can you talk a little bit about some of the problems and opportunities your industry is going to face and what kind of strategies you will be needing in the near future?
Yeah, so we are in the industry of marketing for AI. So what I see in short is that things is going to get easier. Content creation is much easier now. I just create a music video, what takes 3 minutes, it gives me a full song. So it's much easier now. We are the company that provides those. So for a brand and enterprise who has a lot of data, maybe the next thing that you will face challenge is that consumer demand is higher. They would like to have something personalized to them, relation to them, relevant to them. So for example, it's raining in Saigon and then you text them, hey, it's raining, you're just wearing umbrella, so that will touch everything. So it's going to require the deep integration with data, which is first-party data, where the brand and enterprise have, but also you need some kind of like a channel, or can craft the message, personalize and send it to customer at the right time, at the right place. So the inclusive between the first-party data and hyper-personalization is going to be something that's really powerful in the near future.
And when you talk hyper, you're really talking hyper. Down
Really
to the one person, right?
Direct one-to-one. It's not like 10,000 people.
An AI figuring out who we all are as individuals.
Yes, correct.
And so we'll just keep the question going. So for beauty, nutrition, and supplements, how are you seeing the future? What kind of strategies and what kind of opportunities or challenges will it be solving for your?
I think for healthcare industry, there's a lot of opportunities for us to grow because in Vietnam, it's beauty that is rising, but healthcare is still in the trend. So I think there's lots of opportunity, but also it comes with the threats as well. For us, it's because it is health, and people are very concerned about their health problems, and they have high concern regarding choosing which brand to swallow the bill. And that's why I think that for us in next year, we will focus on building the brand trust and brand image, and also prepare for any crisis to arise in the future. Because healthcare product can be, customer may not responding well to the product, or the product may cause allergy for the customer. That's very normal for any health product.
I would love to talk more about crisis management, but I just got told that we're out of time. But I would like to give the two of you like just 1 minute so that you can also share your vision of the future, and then we can close the panel.
My vision for future, I think the brands will become more and more demanding because not from the demand of the brand, but because of the demand of customers. Like hyperlocalization, like this is very important. And AI, I think, is actually the risk for all of the industry, not just in marketing. So we know that insurance, that we know how to live well with the AI technology and adapt it as soon as possible.
So 60 seconds. Just one takeaway message. Ask yourself how healthy you are, and the reason why I ask because we have seen that there is low perception and low understanding, appreciation of life insurance, because illness can happen to anyone, anytime, and it can be a burden on your health and financial well-being. So take care of your health and think of life insurance as soon as possible.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you so much for all speaker and moderator today. And on behalf of MMA, we also have the flower and special gift from our organizer to all the speakers. Thank you so much.